Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hello Sangha, welcome to day 4 of our 31 days. So if you're wondering why there's more chanting this year and why we're using more mantra and chanting, it's because words have real power, you know, and because most of the chants are in Sanskrit, and because Sanskrit is an oral language that was shared, you know, and it's a really phonetically important, the sounds of it. Not in English, the sounds are not so important, but in Sanskrit they are supposed to carry a certain type of energy that came from the beating of a drum. Anyway, they carry more weight because of the sound of them. And words have power, you know. If I say certain words, they'll evoke certain emotions in you. If I say the word mother, if I say the word father, if I say the word Scotland, if I say the word USA, if I say the word Trump, each of those words, to a lesser or greater extent, will have some kind of impact on you, okay? So we try and use words to associate them with a certain feeling, especially if we don't know what the words mean initially, okay? So Shanti, if we associate it with the feeling peace, then to feel peace, we can just use that mantra, okay? So if you want to feel peaceful, you develop a feeling of peacefulness and then associate it with Shanti, and then the same happens in reverse, like classical psychological conditioning, okay? So that's why we're doing it, okay? Because we're trying to use other tools in the practice of yoga that allow us to have more peace, more stillness, more centeredness, okay? More awareness and connection to what we truly are, rather than caught up with all the craziness of life, okay? Okay, let's start standing today. And just give yourself a good shake off. Get nice and loose, okay? And point your feet forward. Turn your thumbs out. And instantly, hopefully, that brings you to a slightly better posture than maybe you're used to, okay? We tend to be a little like this. And if we stand with our thumbs pointed out, our hearts open, pushing into our feet, try that same breathing thing as we do it in a standing position today. So inhale into your chest, into your back, into your sides. And as you exhale, draw your abdomen slightly towards your spine. Okay, and try that for one more breath. So this expands on the inhale, this draws in on the exhale, okay? Not tight, not forcing, okay, obviously. Take your arms all the way up over your head on your next inhale. Push your palms towards the sky and gently lean to one side, back to the center, and the other side, okay? Just see how that feels for you, see if there's any tight bits today. Push your palms towards the sky and see if you can get your heels up and your heels down. Okay, heels up and heels down. Last one. Good, and then release and shake off, get nice and loose. Roll through your shoulders, okay? Take your stance a little wider and turn your toes out, like we did horse stance in day 2. Bend your knees and sink your hips. Okay, so it's like you're sitting on a horse, literally, right? You're not literally sitting on a horse, but it's like you're sitting on a horse, okay? And then sweep from side to side. Maybe we should start that, some horse yoga, okay? Sweeping, maybe tapping your shoulders, one way and the other way, get nice and loose like we did the other day, okay? Good. And then come to the center, let your palms rest together, sink a little lower, squeeze your knees back, lift your chest up, sink your hips down, press on the outside edge of each foot. So it's a really engaged shape for your body, okay? See if you can hold it. You know my friend Nick, many of you know Nick. He does this on the beach for several minutes at a time, just hold in horse stance. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, go wide, sink back into horse stance. Bring your palms to connect, your fingertips to connect. Good. Inhale all the way up. Exhale wide, sinking your hips. Bring your fingertips to connect, the base of your palms to connect. Try that one more time. Inhale all the way up. Probably some heat in your legs by now. Feel them working, okay? So just straighten up and shake off, get nice and loose. Roll your shoulders, okay? We're going to turn one foot to one side and push the opposite heel away. Bend your knees, sink your hips, okay? Try and keep, what I see a lot in Warrior Two is this starts to go on. So try and bring your nose above your navel, right? And your navel above your groin. Then open up both arms, sink a little lower, okay? Check the height of both arms. Feel this leg working. Again, find the outside edge of each foot. It's never a bad idea to find the outside edge of each foot in a standing sequence. Take your inhale, and as you exhale, relax your back hand. Inhale up through your front arm, and exhale, reach back. Inhale, come back to Warrior Two. Soft elbow in your knee. Bring your back arm over your ear and sink your hips once again. Maybe look up underneath your armpit. And then back up to Warrior Two. Straighten this leg. It's probably feeling quite warm. Push the heel away of that leg. Point the other toes out. Bend your knee, sink your hips. Okay. Again, check in. Nose above navel. Navel above groin. These are just guidelines and suggestions. They're not absolutes, okay? Open up both arms. Sink down a little lower. Check the height of both arms. Okay, pushing the outside edge of your back foot, outside edge of your front foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, back hand in your back leg. Inhale up through your front arm. Exhale, reaching back. Inhale back to Warrior Two. Exhale, soft elbow in your knee, back arm over your ear. So when I give the guidance for when you should inhale and exhale, you decide. If your inhale is longer or shorter, then you go longer or shorter. This is side angle pose, looking out underneath your armpit. Take yourself back to Warrior Two, straighten through both legs, give yourself a wee shake off, roll through your shoulders. Turn your toes both out again, okay? Bend your knees, sink your hips. Bring your palms together once again. We're going to go through the same sequence again, okay? So hold in here. This is really good for strengthening your legs. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale wide, bend and sink down. Hold it a little longer this time. See if you can manage 2 or 3 breaths. Or if you're feeling really up for it, 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Inhale, we go again. Exhale, we go wide and sink down. Holding it even a little longer this time. Relaxing your shoulders. So obviously you'll feel your legs working, but if you're feeling your shoulders up like that, let them soften. There's no need, okay? Breathe in, breathe in. If it's too much, you stop. You don't allow everything to start shaking and become uncomfortable. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale wide and sink down one last time, but not too low this time, just taking some movement from side to side. Turn toes out of the first foot you did it with. Turn the other heel away. Bend your knees, sink your hips, okay? So you're pushing on the outside edge of this foot. This leg is really strong and engaged. Open up through both arms. Check the height in both arms. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, back hand in your back leg. Inhale up front arm. Exhale, reaching back. To reverse warrior, sun warrior. Inhale back to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Elbow in your knee, back arm over your ear, sinking your hips. Okay? This elbow's kind of soft. We're not putting all our weight on it. Okay? So we can lift it up and down if we need to. Looking out underneath your armpit. Breathe in here. Reach this arm back and it's like you're getting pulled all the way back up to Warrior Two. Good. And then turn both feet. So this heel's moving away, this foot's pointing forward. We bend our knees and we sink once again. Okay? Looking out over this arm. Sink a little lower. Push in the outside edge of your back foot. outside the edge of your front foot. Breathe in here, Virabhadrasana 2 on the opposite side. Take an inhale. Exhale, back hand on your back leg. Inhale up through the front arm. Exhale, drifting back. Inhale back to Warrior 2. Soft elbow in your knee as you float into Theta Parsvakonasana. Side angle pose. Sinking a little lower, looking underneath your armpit. Again, this elbow can come up and down. We're not putting all our weight in it. Try and keep your breath smooth, under control. And then imagine this arm's getting pulled all the way back up to Warrior 2. Turn both sets of toes forward, like you're standing on a rail track, and let your hands rest on your hips for Prasarita Padottanasana, okay? So this a wide leg standing forward fold, okay? Inhale, lift up your chest, and exhale, let your head come forward. Not too low, just the same height as your hips, or even just above that. Okay, so lengthening through, strong back, and slowly coming back up, okay? Good. This time, inhale, reach your arms out wide. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, draw your fingers down as you lift your chest up. And this time, exhale your head again to the same height or a little lower and lift your hands towards the sky. Hands on your back. Inhale all the way up. Both arms. Exhale, shake off, get nice and loose. Okay, good. Turn your toes out one last time. Last time with the warrior sequence. This time we'll flow a little smoother and a little faster. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale into side angle pose. Exhale. Inhale back to Warrior 2. Turn your toes. Inhale into your chest. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale and exhale the back hand down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale into Theta Parsvakonasana. Exhale here too. And then inhale back to Warrior 2. Straighten both legs, shake off, okay. Turn your toes in again. Last time doing Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, let your head come forward. This time release your hands towards the ground. I'm just going to keep mine on the mat, but yours can be way beyond, okay. And push into the floor and see if you can come into a squat from here. Okay, so you're pushing into your hands and come into a squat. And then we can let our knees come down, our hips rest on our heels. Lift your hips away, point your toes back, and just give your legs a little rest here, okay? That's fairly strong for the legs, that sequence, okay? I'm going to do some downward dog just to stretch out the back of our legs a wee bit, okay? Bring your hands forward, tuck underneath your toes, push your mat away and keep that forward pushing with your hands and let your heels go back and down. And bring your feet to somewhere that feels comfortable for you. Pedal out one side and the other side, okay? So you're just pedaling out the back of your legs. Really opening your armpits. Good. And then lift your right leg. Land your right foot outside your right hand. Let your left knee come down. Inhale up with your right hand. Exhale, let it come down. Back into downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, left foot outside your left hand. Okay. Sinking your back knee down. Inhale up with your left hand. And exhale, let it come down. Send this front leg back. Take both knees wide. Touch your big toes, hips and your heels, forearms down, forehead down. And really take this time to rest, okay? Let your body and your breath adjust after what's a fairly strong standing little sequence. Lift your head, lift your elbows, draw your hands back towards your knees, let your knees come beside each other and your hips rest on your heels. Good. If you have a cushion, a chair, then bring that to support you and allow yourself to come to a seated position that makes sense for you, that brings you comfort as well as ease, that allows you to keep length through your spine without your knees being too high if you're sitting cross-legged. And once you take this time to come to a place of stillness, after a fairly dynamic practice, to be honest, okay, take a few moments to let your breath settle. To soften where can be softened. To ease what can be eased. And to let go of everything you can let go of. So there's a Sanskrit word, Namaha, which is used in many, many mantras. In fact, almost all of them, to be honest. It's used at some point in most of the mantras. And Namaha means not me, not mine. And really what it means is we're letting go of all the stuff that holds us back. So when we practice Namaha, you can be saying to yourself, I'm letting go. This is not me, this is not mine. This is not who I am. Okay? Namaha. So you can try that or you can just listen. Namaha. Not me, not mine. Or you can do it in English, just saying to yourself, not me, not mine. Namaha. Namaha. And again, like yesterday with Shanti, do it inside yourself, internally. Namaha. And notice how much trickier it is to do it internally because we don't have that physical thing that we're doing by saying it out loud. As soon as you make something internal and mental, the mind wants to wander pretty quickly. So do it one last time, externally or internally. Namaha. And then bring yourself to rest on your back. Maybe placing your hands on your body or out to the side of your body. And stay here as long as you need. If it's an hour, stay here an hour. If it's a month, it might not be that practical to stay here for a month. Now, if you're going to stay here longer, then please do just pause or switch off the video. But whenever you're ready, move your fingers, move your toes, take a reach out, hug your knees, whatever way you like to come back. And then gently, maybe lie on one side or roll out to one side. Push into the ground, come back to seated position. Let your fingertips connect, the base of your palms connect. Om Shanti. Thank you, everybody. Namaha is a really nice phrase to use. I've got friends when like something might be pissing them off, they just go, Namaha, you know, like just let it go, you know, like. And one of the biggest things we can do in life is to be able to let things go, you know, like it's so such a part of being a human being to like hold things and like, no, that person shouldn't have said that, no, that person really upset me, or why is my boss like this, or why did my sister say that thing, or why is my partner blah blah blah, right? And it doesn't serve us, you know, like it's really holding ourselves back rather than affecting the other person. So yeah, so Namaha. It's used all the time. Om Namo Namaha, Namaha, Namah. All these variations on the same words, okay? Anyway, I will stop talking because I could keep going for ages and the cameras only have a certain amount of memory. So thank you for your practice today. See you tomorrow for day 5.